Everyone experiences a time when everything changes, but it's not because the world changes, but the moment you realize that waiting for the perfect conditions is no longer possible is when you change. If you wait for the perfect time or chance, you'll never get it. The Stoics taught us that life rewards action rather than intentions or foolish dreams, and the most powerful thing you have is the choice to act right now. No matter what your situation is or how challenging things are, you hold the key to transformation. Today we're going to look at the timeless wisdom of Stoicism to learn how to use that power. This could be the moment you take charge of your life and match it with purpose and meaning. Where everything changes for you, let us begin. In the grand story of life, there are events that serve as turning points. When an unusual event disrupts the regular course of events, these aren't just hiccups, they're turning points that can completely change things. These moments are what we're focusing on today. The pivotal moments depict us transitioning from one phase of our existence to another. You may have already been through a few of these moments, or maybe yours is still to come, lurking just around the corner, no matter what time they are there. Hold a beautiful promise that when we accept them, they will set us on a new path. There are more enlightened paths full of possibilities and chances. Think about the nature of these life-changing events. They often come as a surprise. We were surprised by a casual conversation that opened up new ways of thinking. An unexpected event can prompt us to question our long-held beliefs or lead to a sudden realization about ourselves. That controls the very basis of how we understand Stoicism. This is an old philosophy that teaches the value of wisdom, courage, and acceptance. Offers a lens through which to view these changes. It teaches us that while we cannot control, we can choose how to react to everything that happens to us. And in our responses lie our strength and our growth potential, which I can see in my own life. I remember a time when I was full of doubt and struggle. When I was 25, I found myself overwhelmed. I was having trouble with my money because things weren't going the way I had planned. And mind stressed, questioning the purpose of my work and the direction of my life. It was a time of deep reflection and a search for meaning, a journey many of us are still on. At different points in our lives, Stoicism reminds us that undesirable things happen. It is more than just a test of our strength, it teaches us important lessons. We often have the best views of who we are when things are at their least impossible. This reflective journey will show us what we can do and how to do it. This experience changed my life and made me realize I needed to make a change. However, does one start such a change? Stoics would argue that change is necessary. The first step is being aware of the differences between who we are and who we want to be. Recognizing ourselves and our goals is the first step to change. It means admitting our flaws, learning from our successes, and most importantly, we must have the bravery to adapt our character to align with our principles. When it came to me, the person who sparked this kind of change was a mentor. My mentor wasn't just a person to follow, but also a mirror that showed me what I wanted to be like. He taught me the core principle by showing me both my flaws and my strengths. Someone must initiate change if they desire it. This simple but solid principle struck a chord with me, reminding me of the Stoic philosophy. My mentor made it clear that I needed to take personal responsibility and use my power of self-control. If you want to change something, you have to change yourself first. This is scary advice. Drew attention to a fundamental truth that our outside circumstances often reflect our internal state. To alter my path, I had to undergo internal transformation. I am adopting new habits, attitudes, and behaviors that align with the future I envision for myself. Being open to change means changing completely, not just making different choices. It's about building resilience in how we think, act, and interact with the world. The Stoics praise the kind of resilience that doesn't just stand up to problems, it changes them. Each thing that came across into chances for personal growth and wisdom. Every problem we solve and every fear we face makes us stronger and makes us more competent and capable. People, life can be rough at times, but having a mentor can help you find your way through it. Mentorship goes beyond guidance for personal and professional growth, not just getting information or doing things faster and better. When it comes to transformation, a mentor sees the potential in us that we might miss. Think about the Stoic belief. It pushes us to go beyond our current limits. The Stoics and others like them believe in the power of wisdom and advice from others. Like Seneca and Epictetus, I often talk about how important it is to learn from people who have already been there. They knew that being mentored is like having a wise advisor on the paths we are currently traveling, who can give important perspectives based on experience and reflection, in helping us build the courage and strength we need to deal with life's problems. It's not uncommon for a mentor to be the spark that starts a big change in a person's life. Not to ask questions or give ad hoc advice, but to invest in their mentees. We assist them in comprehending the world more profoundly and gaining a broader perspective. This relationship helps people think critically and encourages our mentee to ask questions. What they think and believe in the context of Stoicism. This is an important practice for them to do. It prompts individuals to contemplate not just their actions but also the motivation behind them. The real power of mentoring lies in its ability to help people align their actions with their values and principles. Mentors can help mentees learn and grow faster by sharing their own experiences. Avoid usual mistakes and get around problems more efficiently. This is not about making life easier. As a way to make learning more efficient, Stoicism teaches us to value what we know. Experience leads to the development of practical wisdom, a valuable instrument for achieving your goals. A mentor shows this kind of wisdom by having already been through it. Other people have had similar problems and learned from them, giving us a roadmap to follow. Identical problems and more, a mentor's impact goes beyond giving practical advice. They can boost mentees' confidence, making decisions easier, and do something about it. This improvement in self-assurance is important, especially when one is faced with making difficult decisions or leaving one's comfortable zone are both common events. The Stoic practice of building inner strength can help you grow personally and professionally. The relationship between a mentor and mentee encourages confidence through reason, thought, and reflection. Whereas encouragement is very important, mentors also show how to behave. When our actions and attitudes are in line with our ideal selves, they show the virtues. These are some of the traits we try to develop: honesty, courage, and persistence. Being able to see these qualities at work is a wonderful example of what is possible, getting us to adopt similar actions and thoughts in our own lives. This part of mentoring fits well with Stoicism, which stresses how important things are. It is important to embody virtues not only in thought, but also in daily life. Additionally, mentors can help us make connections between parts of our lives that are in need, which can help us create. They give us a solid foundation by giving us a story that makes sense and fits with our overall life goals. We need feedback on our ideas that is not just about validation, but also about challenges. This guidance is important as we try to live our lives and improve our thoughts and approaches that not only meets external requirements but also is fully domestic, that is in line with our highest values. When you're trying to improve yourself and grow as a person, one of the most important steps you can take it means taking charge of your own life. This isn't just about the key is accepting the present rather than recognizing where you are or what you've done. No matter what other people do, the result is your own choices and actions. This idea fits well with Stoic philosophy, which stresses power over your inside state and actions, rather than events in the outer world. The Stoics teach us that even though we can't control everything that happens in our lives, we should still try to make the best of it. There is no doubt that we have complete control over our actions. Some famous Stoics said that how you react matters more than what happens to you. This principle shows how important it is to take responsibility when we face problems or setbacks. It's easy to blame the economy, outside factors, or other people. Focusing on Stoic wisdom, on the other hand, means shifting our attention from the outside to the inside, from blame to accountability. As we take on responsibility, we need to be very aware of ourselves, to be honest about our choices and actions, and to ask how they have changed us. The truth is that this isn't about self-blame or past mistakes, but it's about learning from these experiences to improve growth and resolve in the first place. Should you be unhappy with your job, you should not blame the job market. Or your ex-employer's Stoicism would tell you to look at how your own choices. How did you get to where you are now, and what you can do to change your path? Taking responsibility also gives us the power to make changes. It's a way of claiming what's rightfully ours. We have power over our lives when we stop seeing ourselves as victims of effort. We unlock a powerful agency when we start to see ourselves as active participants in our destinies. This agency is what makes real, long-lasting change possible. It helps us make choices that's more in line with our values and goals than just reacting immediately. Taking responsibility can manifest in various aspects of life, including situations that necessitate it. In terms of money, this could mean creating a budget and adhering to it rather than complaining. Without enough money for relationships, you may have to face issues. And constructively, instead of attaching tummies to the actions of other people. From a professional point of view, it might mean getting more training or education. Move up in your career instead of waiting for opportunities to arise. This method also encourages a sense of honesty and integrity, which are important in Stoic thought. You build a character when you accept responsibility for what you do every time. People will respect your independence if you're honest and trustworthy, and trust that you can handle life's complexities. This integrity will then back up your sense. It's important to have self-worth and confidence so you can handle life's challenges with grace and resilience. It's important to remember that taking responsibility also means moving forward and growing. This preparation includes getting ready to face future challenges more skillfully and getting ready to face them. We are promoting virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Essential to Stoic thoughts that should direct your actions and decisions. By adopting these virtues, you ensure the fulfillment of your life's obligations, ethical and helpful for personal and communal well-being. In the end, taking responsibility is a freeing thing to do. It sets us free from the things that hold us back. You can get out of a reactive life and into a world of proactive possibilities with this book. Even though we can't always control life, we can always control our responses. Then every moment is a chance to show who we are and what kind of person we want to be. We ensure that our actions align with our core values and principles. Action is a central idea in Stoicism, which says that the real measure is what you do. How we live, not what we say, is what we do. It's not enough to understand we must live out the principles of virtue and wisdom. This focus on action is very important for the reason that it gets us out of the theory and into the real world, who we are and how we live in the context of Stoicism based on our choices and behaviors. Not just doing something, but doing it right at the right time. The Stoics believe that everything we do should have a reason for happening and help you live a good life. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote a lot about how important it is to be in line with nature, both the nature. For him, this means being aware of the universe and your own nature. I use logic to decide what to do and ensure that every move was moral. For the common good, acting needs to go beyond reacting to events as they happen. It's about being active in life, making decisions that take into account both the present situation and the needs that will arise in the future. What you need to do right now is change bad lifestyle habits, not wait for a health crisis. A Stoic approach would be to take steps to live a healthier life, recognizing that our bodies are natural entities that require care and respect. This proactive stance is especially helpful for beating procrastination, a problem that many people have. Stoicism teaches us how to stop putting things off by realizing how important the present moment is. One of the best Stoic writers, Seneca, said that life's greatest time is a commodity, and wasting it is a waste of life's most valuable resource. Every time you don't do something, you lose, and these moments add up to a lifetime of regrets. By acting now, no matter how small, the Stoics are aligning their daily actions within their greater life's purpose, making sure that no moment is wasted. To improve and achieve your goals, you must act. It's how we check our ideas and theories against what's really going on in the world. If we don't take action, our plans and goals remain mere dreams. Action is what changes things. These dreams become reality. Whether you're looking for a new job, or action is what holds relationships and personal skills development together. The difference between possibility and realization. In using Stoicism in real life, it also involves preparing for the negative events that will occur in life. This is where the idea of premeditate malorum, the prematuration of evil, comes into play by thinking about possible troubles and setbacks. Stoics don't just wait for problems to happen, they actively get ready for them. This mental preparation helps people act more effectively and with more resilience when they face problems in real life. This is due to the Stoics already having plans and developing a calm attitude through their reflections. Taking action also means being accountable for what you do and rehearsals. The concept of self-control and discipline underpins all actions in Stoicism. One reflects their inner moral state by choosing to do moral things. And in line with Stoic virtues, people not only make their own lives better, but also do good things for their communities. This ripple effect makes the point even more. The more Stoic belief that personal virtue helps keep society in balance. Last but not least, action in Stoicism isn't just about getting what you want, but Stoics believe that all people are part of the greater good. Marcus Aurelius called this bigger group of people the cosmopolis. Or in a world city, everything you do should be thought out in terms of how it affects them. On a larger community level, we should encourage actions that help each other grow and be healthy. Understanding why you're here is the key to living a full and meaningful life. The only thing that holds us back from becoming who we can become is what we do now. Is not about perfection, but about progress and froggling, effort to line up our actions. From our best selves, thoughts and values comes this idea. Stoic philosophies stress the virtue of continuous growth and the pursuit of excellence. The Stoics think that self-improvement is an important part of living a positive life. They said that as rational beings, it is not just an option, it is our duty. We have the unique ability and duty to improve ourselves. One of the best Stoic teachers, Epictetus, said it best. First, say to yourself, what type of individual do you aspire to be, and then take the necessary actions. This is how you improve yourself. Starts with a clear vision of what you want to become. Once you have that vision, everything should be done to make that dream come true. Being mindful of what you can control is crucial to Stoic self-improvement. The Stoics say that this includes your thoughts, actions, and decisions. Instead of complaining about things you can't change, focus your energy on these areas. You establish a robust foundation for growth, yet you feel powerless to control it. You can manage how much effort and quality you put into your work, no matter whether others like it or not. This way of thinking provides you with a sense of power and clarity, enabling you to make consistent progress without letting outside factors stop them. Self-improvement also needs a dedication to learning throughout one's life. The Stoics were voracious students who were always looking for advice from people with more experience. And the space around them, Marcus Aurelius. In his thoughts, reminding himself often to approach life with curiosity and humility, realizing that there is always more to learn. Improving yourself is not a goal, but a continual journey. It means improving your character, learning new things, and getting better at things you already know how to do. One useful way to work on improving yourself is to better handle life's challenges. The Stoics believed that daily reflection was a vital habit. Ask yourself things like, what did I do well today? At the end of each day, where could I have been more correct? How can I do better tomorrow? This process of being honest with yourself helps you find growth areas. It strengthens a promise to do better. It's not about criticizing yourself, but being aware of yourself and knowing where you are and where you need to go. Developing resilience is another important part of self-improvement. Life presents numerous challenges that require resolution and setbacks, but these are not things that stop growth, they're chances. The Stoics believed that a teacher is the one who creates the optimal learning environment. Seneca wrote that problems make the mind stronger, which is beneficial for building inner strength and character. The body responds to work when it's struggling rather than asking for help. Why me? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This change in point of view, he transforms challenges into opportunities for personal growth. Self-improvement also includes practicing virtue, which is something the Stoics thought about. The best good virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and cuteness aren't just morals, they're also useful tools for living a better life. When you work on these virtues, you align yourself with what the Stoics said was right. Life in line with nature means living with reason and purpose in mind. For instance, practicing temperance can help you stay balanced and avoid going too far, while courage gives you the confidence and determination to face problems head-on. Focusing on contribution is another part of self-improvement. What you can do to help others grow. The Stoics believed that everyone is linked, and that personal development should help the greater good by making you better. You can become a better family member, friend, and citizen, not just on your own. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of how his actions affected the community as a whole. Enhancing oneself holds greater significance when it contributes to a cause beyond oneself. Self-improvement takes time and effort. Growth doesn't happen overnight. Because setbacks are unavoidable, the Stoics tell us to be kind to ourselves. There is a lot of work to do, and it could take some time. Every small step builds momentum, and these small changes add up over time, bring about a solid transformation. This is one of the most powerful ways to give your life color, purpose, and direction. If we don't have goals, we might just drift along and react to whatever comes our way. Instead of making our future goals, set one for us to work toward, and a path to follow them related to our work and energy. Ensure we're striving for something significant rather than merely navigating through life's routines. According to Marcus Aurelius, the Stoics stress how important it is to live with purpose and intention. I was always writing about how important it is to have a clear sense of direction, to live by his values and not let trivial pursuits get in the way of that. He believed that life should begin each day with free action. Setting clear goals is a useful way to make sure that our actions lead to success, line up with our values and help us live. The kind of life we want to live is a clear goal, is not a fleeting desire or a vague wish. It is specific, measurable, and doable. For instance, saying "I want to be healthier" is too general and vague. To get real action, instead of a clear goal like "I will exercise, I will not eat or drink sugary things if you do this 5 days a week for 30 minutes. These clear goals, set for the next month, show the way forward, making it easier to take important steps towards improvement goals. Give yourself motivation. It's easier to reach your goals when you have a clear picture of them. During challenging moments, remember the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature urges us to set goals that line up with our best serenity. When it comes to practicing courage, for example, a Stoic might set goals. These virtues, like wisdom, justice, or temperance, hold things together. We must ensure that our objectives encompass not only completing tasks but also fostering encouragement. Development and character. On the inside, to set and reach goals, it's important to break them down into steps that you can manage. Big goals can feel impossible to reach. Think of each goal as a journey made up of steps, not delays or discouragements. For example, if your goal is to write a book, you should focus first. This method is based on planning out the chapters and then writing one at a time. Not only does it make the process less scary, but it also lets you enjoy the progress as you make it. The Stoics remind us that even though we can't control what we can't change, we can still show commitment. No matter how hard we try, we can't always change what happens. We shouldn't work hard to reach our goals. Instead, we should focus on the process. The crucifixion taught us that we should always do our best, not just in the end. And then accept whatever comes next. With equality as an example, if you want a promotion, you can control your preparation and work, and how you present yourself, but the final choice may depend on get out of your way by thinking about how you can change. You keep your inner peace no matter what happens. This is another important factor. Setting clear goals means linking them to more important ones that are integrated. Core values and a long-term goal are much more likely to drive you than material things. In this case, if your goal is to save money, think about why it's important to you. Is it to gain freedom, follow a passion, and give your family security? To help a cause that matters. When you give your goals a reason for being, they become more important. To add to the intrigue, Stoicism emphasizes the significance of review. As we review our goals often, are they still in line with your priorities and values? Marcus Aurelius, are you marking progress, or do you need to change how you do things? Many times to review his actions and make sure they were in line with his principles. Regularly reflecting on our lives helps us stay on track and make any necessary changes. It's important to remember that setting clear goals is the best way to stay moving forward. Not just about getting what you want. The Stoics believed in doing good for everyone, living in harmony with the community and setting goals. Think about how they'll affect people. Not only your own life, but also the lives of the people around you. Like improving your communication skills can make your relationships better, and volunteering regularly can help you reach your goal, can make a difference for the better in your area. In order to live a meaningful life, we must first understand that we are not here just to exist. We not only prioritize our own well-being, but also strive to enhance the lives of others and contribute to a better world. Stoic philosophy, which says that humans are flawed, is where this idea comes from. Are national social bodies linked by shared humanity and common duties? Together to contribute is to live in a blue sky with nature. The Stoics talked about how to play our part in the larger human community. In particular, Marcus Aurelius often thought about how important it was to act. For the sake of everyone, Marcus wrote in his Meditations, "What's harmful for the bee is harmful for the hive." It's that simple and true. This sentence highlights the inextricable link between our health and the health of others. When we think about contributing, our actions are in line with the natural order. Living for yourself and others doesn't mean giving up things. To make a big gesture or a monumental effort, all you have to do is lend a hand. Giving support or information is often the smallest thing that people can do to help others. Our kindness and support can benefit others in ways we may not realize. From the point of view of Stoicism, these actions are examples of virtue, especially justice, which teaches us to be kind to others and work for the good of society. While we thought about contribution, we changed our view. To what can I gain? What can I contribute to this shift that not only improves the lives of others but also enhances mine? But it's also clear that helping others gives us a sense of purpose, connection, and satisfaction that material possessions or personal accomplishments alone can't provide. Giving back to the community is often the best way for us to feel truly satisfied. Giving money also fits with the heroic virtue of courage because it shows that you have courage. Sometimes helping others or doing the right thing takes courage. Whether you're speaking out against injustice, helping someone in need, or giving your time to a cause, you can do it. Giving often requires us to leave our comfort zones. This brave involvement. Being in touch with the world makes us stronger and more determined to live a positive life. Giving also builds resilience when we focus on helping others. It takes our minds off of our own problems and puts them on the needs of those around us. This outward focus not only gives us perspective, but also makes us stronger. The Stoics often talk about how important perspective is to our ability to endure troubles. Be aware that our own problems are part of a bigger, more international human experience. Giving to others helps us remember that we're not alone and that we are empowered to make a difference. To make a difference. Another important part of contribution is making impacts that last. Material things and personal praise may wear off, but the beneficial effects will last. Many of our contributions endure longer when we invest in others, such as by becoming a mentor. Through education or acts of kindness, we leave a legacy that lasts longer than our own lives. This idea fits perfectly with the Stoic view of living in harmony with nature. Another thing the Stoics remind us of is leaving the world better than we found it. Comes from a sense of humility and urgency. It's not about seeking awards or applause, but about desire to really make a difference for the better. As Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, emphasize its contribution. It's not about promoting oneself or grandstanding, it's about living by our principles. Giving helps people feel thankful in real, meaningful ways. When we help other people, we often feel more grateful for the help and chances that come our way. We're thankful for what we've received in our lives, and this moves us more to give back. Setting off the wrong cycle of giving and growth, remember that life is not measured. Every act of kindness is measured not by what we receive, but by what we give. No matter how small, they have an effect on other people's lives in ways we may never see. We are in line with the deepest beliefs of Stoicism when we try to live a false life in order to grow and give. Make your life meaningful and impactful. Thanks for being a part of it. From the Stoic Guru, today, if this reached you, there's another video waiting for you. That develops more about how to use Stoic principles in everyday life. Click here now take another step toward a meaningful and wise life. And thank you for walking this path. Please stay with us on this path and learn, grow, and live the Stoic way. See you in the next one.